Hello and welcome to Lingualens, our language learning channel. We are making a video today about Japanese translation, how to have a correct Japanese translation based on my 4 steps. I've made a previous video about it. I think a lot of people enjoyed it, so I'm going to make the second one. And if you need more details about my 4 steps to an accurate translation, you can always refer to the first video. So again, to rapidly introduce myself, my name is David. I have been living in Okinawa, Japan for 25 years now, and I'm a professional translator. I also teach Japanese. I might make a video about myself in the future and my journey from France to Okinawa, but this will be the object for a different series in my Lingualens channel. So just to repeat what my 4 rules are. We are going to first look for the topic, second look for the verb, the main verb, and then go backwards and translate as we go. And rule number 4, we're gonna shake everything. By that I mean we are going to put all the words together so that it makes sense in the target language, but we want to make sure when we do so that we keep the original Japanese meaning. So this is a technique that I've been using all these years, and I still use it when sometimes I have a complicated Japanese sentence to translate. Alright, as for the previous video, I'm going to use Minna no Nihongo, which is the textbook I have been using when I was in college. I believe this is the best textbook to learn Japanese, and if you want to follow along, we are going to use the text from chapter 7, page 63. The text is called Doyobi to Nichiyobi. So let's go. I'm going to read the text first, and we are going to do translation step by step together. So, 土曜日と日曜日。今朝図書館へ行きました。図書館で太郎ちゃんに会いました。太郎ちゃんと一緒にビデオを見ました。私は旅行の本を借りました。明日は日曜日です。朝、旅行の本を読みます。午後、デパートへ行きます。花を買います。母の誕生日のプレゼントです。Alright, so we're going to go phrase by phrase. Alright, so the first sentence, 土曜日と日曜日. 土曜日 is Saturday, と means and, 日曜日 is Sunday, nothing difficult, just Saturday and Sunday. Let's go with the first sentence. 今朝図書館へ行きました。So we are going to look for the topic, and the topic is always highlighted with the particle wa. We don't have a topic in this sentence, so we assume that the topic is the speaker or the person who wrote this text, so I'm going to use I. Then we look for the verb. The main verb is always at the end of the sentence. We have ikimashita, which is to go, and past tense. So went, and then we go backwards, and we have toshokan, which is the library. Toshokan e is the directional particle, and then we have kesa, which is a time indicator, which means this morning. So we have I to this morning to the library went. So we are going to shake everything now to make it sound more English, and this is how it sounds. This morning I went to the library. So Japanese often drops the subject when it's understood. Ikimashita has no subject, but we add I went in English for clarity. Okay, let's go for the next sentence. So the next sentence is 図書館で太郎ちゃんに会いました. Alright, so again, no topic, so we are still going to use I. We go for the verb at the end of the sentence, which is 会いました. 会いました is the verb to meet, and it's at the past polite form. 会いました. 会います is to meet. 会いました is met. Then we go backwards and we have 太郎ちゃん. So 太郎ちゃん is an affectionate or casual form of 太郎. Ni is a marker that indicates the person being met. Then we have 図書館で, so we already know that 図書館 is the library, and で is the location marker for actions. 図書館で is where the action of meeting took place. At the library, I met 太郎ちゃん. 太郎ちゃん uses ちゃん, a cute affectionate suffix. In English, we often preserve this as 太郎ちゃん instead of just 太郎 to retain the tone, especially in beginner text. Alright, let's go with the next sentence. 太郎ちゃんと一緒にビデオを見ました. Again, no topic, so I'm going to use I. Let's look for the verb 見ました. 見ました is the verb 見る, 見ます to watch, past polite form 見ました, so watched, I watched. Then we go backwards and we have video, which is a video. Then を, which is the direct object marker, so I watched a video. 一緒に means together, and 太郎ちゃん that we've already discussed about in the previous sentence, and と the markers that indicates a companion with. So literally, I watched a video together with 太郎ちゃん. Let's try to make it better in English. And here I'm just going to say we watched a video. I'm going to omit together because we already infer that we watched together, and I'm not going to repeat 太郎ちゃん because in English, which is often the case in Western languages, we want to avoid making repetitions because it sounds redundant, but in Japanese, repetition is always welcome. So this is something that we need to keep in mind when we translate. Alright, let's go for the next sentence. And we're going to say 私は旅行の本を借りました. Alright, so here we have a topic, which is 私は. And I want to point out a kind of specific cultural aspect of the language here. Why all of a sudden we have 私は and we haven't used it since the beginning of the text? I believe this is to make sure that since we have now 太郎ちゃん in the story, we want to make sure that the listener does not think or does not get confused by thinking that the person who will see about the sentence, which is about borrowing a book, we want to make sure that the person who is borrowing the book is not 太郎ちゃん but myself. This is why here 私は is not omitted. So 私は I. Then we look for the verb 借りました, which is the verb to borrow, 借りる. 借りました is the past polite form, so borrowed, I borrowed. Then we have 本, which means a book, wo, the direct object marker. And then we have ryoko no. So ryoko means travel, and no is a marker that describe possession. So it's a possessive marker or a descriptor. In this case, it's a descriptor, which means a book about travel, a travel book. So our sentence is I borrowed a travel book, or I borrowed a book about travel. Our next sentence is Ashita wa nichiyobi desu. Now the topic is ashita, ashita wa, which is tomorrow. Then we look for the verb, and we don't really have a verb. We have desu, which is a modern shortened form of de arimasu. So desu, as we discussed previously, it could be translated with the be verb in English. This is what I'm going to use here. Ashita wa desu, so tomorrow is. Remember that des is not always translated by the be verb, but in this text we're gonna use it. So ashita wa nichiyobi desu, so desu is the final word in this sentence. It's the polite copula. And nichiyobi is Sunday. We've already seen that in the title, Toyobi to Nichiyobi. So literally, tomorrow is Sunday. I don't think we need to change anything here. It sounds fine. It's coherent in English. So let's keep it this way. Tomorrow is Sunday. The next sentence is Asa ryoko no hon o yomimasu. Asa ryoko no hon o yomimasu. Let's look for the topic here, and we don't have one. As I said in the previous video, when you don't have a topic, it means that we are using the previous sentence topic or I. Here in this case, the previous sentence topic is ashita, tomorrow. We're talking about, we already have another time indicator, which is morning, so we assume that the topic is not tomorrow. It's I. I'm going to do the action in this sentence, and we look for the verb is yomimasu. So the verb yomimasu is the polite non-past form of yomu, which is will read. So I will read. Then we have hon, the book, wo, the direct object, again ryoko, the travel, and no, the descriptor. So ryoko no hon, the travel book, and then we have asa, the time indicator, morning. So in the morning I will read the travel book. I'm going to maybe do only this transformation. In the morning I'll read the travel book. In casual spoken English we use contractions like I'll instead of I will to mirror the light daily life tone of the original. This is why I'm going to use I'll instead of I will. Alright, let's go with the next sentence. The next sentence is Gogo departo e ikimasu. Gogo departo e ikimasu. Again, no topic, so I'm going to assume that I is the topic. And the verb is ikimasu, so ikimasu is iku, to go. Again, the non-past polite form, I will go. Then we have departo, which is a department store, and e, again, the direction marker to the department store. And then we have a time indicator, which is gogo, afternoon. So in the afternoon I will go to the department store. Again, to make it sound better, I will say in the afternoon I'll go to the department store, or in the afternoon I'm going to the department store is also a way to translate the future in English. And then we have another sentence, which is hana o kaimasu. Again, no topic. I is the topic of the sentence. Then we have kaimasu, which is the non-past polite form of cow, to buy, so I will buy. And then we have hana. Hana are flowers, and o, the direct object marker. Hana o kaimasu, I will buy flowers, or again, I'll buy flowers. Alright, and now we have the final sentence, which is haha no tanjoubi no presento desu. Alright, so this is where we have to use logic. So we don't have a topic. So let's say, okay, let's follow my rules and say we don't have a topic, so we're going to assume that this is I. And we go to the end of the sentence and look at the verbs, and we have the des, the polite copula. So if I follow my rule, and as I repeat, as I said earlier, desu is a kind of be verb in English, I will translate this sentence as I am, right? But then we have, when we go backwards, we have presento, which is a present, right? So I am a present. It sounds a little bit weird. So my instinct is telling me that we are not talking about I by using des here, but we are actually specifying what is the present, the previous sentence about, which is the previous sentence was about flowers. So I think this is here a sentence that specifies what are the flowers for. It makes more sense to assume that the flowers are a present, right? And this becomes even more even clearer when we continue translating backwards. We have tanjoubi, which is birthday, no, which is again the modifier particle, the modifier marker, which here links birthday to present, so a birthday present. And then we have haha, which is my mother, right? Haha is when you talk about your own mom to somebody else. And again we have the no, the marker, which in this case again modify the birthday present. What is the birthday present about? It's about my mom. So it's a present for my mother's birthday, is what we have when we finish playing the 4 rules. And what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to link the previous sentence, I'll buy some flowers, dash, it's a birthday present for my mom. And the reason we do that is because Japanese often stacks short, clear statements, and in English it's more natural to combine or soften them. Hana o kaimasu, haha no tanjoubi no presento desu becomes I'll buy some flowers, it's a birthday present for my mom. The dash adds natural flow. Alright, so now I'm going to look at the translation we have made so far. So this morning I went to the library. At the library I met Taro-chan. I watched a video together with Taro-chan. I borrowed a travel book. Tomorrow is Sunday. In the morning I'll read the travel book. In the afternoon I'll go to the department store. I'll buy flowers. It's a present for my mother's birthday. So there's a better way when I look at this text, and I'm thinking that I could do a final shake to make it sound even better. So I'm gonna try to put some modifications, and I could say this morning I went to the library. There I bumped into Taro-chan. We watched a video together. I borrowed a book about travel. Tomorrow is Sunday. In the morning I read the travel book. In the afternoon I'm going to the department store. I'll buy some flowers. It's a birthday present for my mom. So I think this is much clearer in English, and we haven't modified the original Japanese meaning. So we kept the original meaning, but we rendered a translation that sounds more natural and easier to read for English native speakers. Alright, this is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Again, I'm going to try to translate other text in the near future. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post a new video. This channel is not only about Japanese, I also teach French, Spanish and Italian, and I'm thinking about doing more languages in the future. But the problem is I need to find the time to do so. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye bye!